The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Coming right up, the Bulls taking on the Bucks. For the Bulls, they have been building confidence with each and every game. Every team they face knows they in turn have to bring their best if they expect to beat them. Bucks, Bulls, coming right up on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. And checking out some numbers for Damian Lillard.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Colin Sexton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Nance in at the 5 down low. And for the Bulls, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Booker out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. And for both these teams, it's Game 1 of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Well, as we know, MP has made it a point to play well and win against these good defenses. They've put it out there, and their opponents have come in wanting to prove them wrong.
Well, give MP and his team credit. They set a goal and have executed thus far. Another tough matchup here against a great defensive team, but MP's team and their high-powered offense have proven to be a handful.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Bulls shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Free throw good, Booker. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
He makes one of two that time. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Outside, Sexton. Lillard attack. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh! Is Dame trying to get in the dunk contest? Looked like it on that incredible finish.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Butler. It's LaVine atop the key. Over Sexton. LaVine's shot is off. Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Back to Middleton. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Nance sets a screen for Sexton. No good from outside. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him and keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Williams, a screen on Lillard. Booker. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt, a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
Outside, Sexton. Off target with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Butler. Williams has a screen for Butler. Over Middleton, and that one's good by Butler.
And Jimmy Butler is very comfortable operating in that mid-range area.
Bucks leading by 4. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Middleton looking it over. Lillard finds Middleton. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. On the wing, Booker. Fades away, and that's off the glass and in. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Lillard outside. And here's Giannis. Last game he had 34 points. And the Bucks miss again. Williams passes to Booker. Levine wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, they know Levine can knock that down. The defense has to do a better job of running him off the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Chicago. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Milwaukee, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Bucks, what a lackluster start to the season it's been for them. Where are the championship contenders that we've grown accustomed to seeing?
Well, with that said, they could be a sleeping giant. If they can get it together, watch out.
Shot's good by Williams.
Nice job there by Levine, making the extra pass and putting it on the money.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Bulls this season.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
And that one is good. Booker's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Lillard. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Sexton. Now Lillard. Outside, Sexton. Will it go? Diving in, and it's good on the layup. He has 5.
Yeah, once Sexton takes that first step on the drive, he's not backing off.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. So it's the Bucks now. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. And it's Lillard missing. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Tipped away. Stolen by Middleton. And Lillard kicks to Sexton. They get it back. Nance against Butler. Nance passes to Middleton. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Lillard against Booker. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Butler. On the wing, Levine. Defended by Sexton. 6 to shoot. A baseline J. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 6. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Pass to Levine. Goes up from the top of the key. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Sexton against Levine. The shot by Sexton, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, and Butler leaving no doubt on that drive to the hole. What a play.
Bucks trail by 5. Outside, Sexton. There's the pick. Back to Lillard. Over Booker. And there's Lillard on the assist by Sexton. Lillard's got 8 points.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Booker. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Williams from outside. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Terry's checked in for Zach LaVine. And making a switch here. Booker's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Jang, he's checked in for Nance. Smith comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Damian Lillard in for Chris Middleton. Booker looking around. Pass to Buzelis. The 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Johnson outside. Here's Chang. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. .59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With the step back. Booker dishes to Beal. Beal gets a screen from Booker. Beal can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Johnson's shot is off. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Booker, no good.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. Doesn't go that time. 1 second left. That shot is off. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
They've got Smith. Buzelis out there with Terry. Then there's Easy Breezy. And it's Beal in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, guys. Easy Breezy in the last game against Detroit had a huge game. He scored an amazing number of points, and his passing was phenomenal with a ton of assists. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Chang. Smith against Smith. Smith kicks to Lillard. Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 11 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Bucks trail by 4. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And in that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
Yeah, they just looked totally lost in that game. On both ends of the floor, the coach is going to have some choice words for him after that one.
Can't hit the free throw line jumper. The Bulls leading by 5. Terry the pass to Booker. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Count that one. 16 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Bucks. Pass to Smith. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
Booker the pass to Smith. Count the basket. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Chang. And here's Jackson. Johnson wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Bulls have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Smith sets the pick for Beal. Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 10-point Bulls lead.
And I'm sorry, but the D's got to know where Beal is at all times, especially when he's leaking out in transition.
Bucks passing it around. Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 21.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Smith with a screen on Jackson. Clock at 6. Pass to Buzelis. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Lillard. It's blocked. Now here's Booker, covered by Lillard. Johnson against Booker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got a pair of triples in the second now for Chicago.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Pass to Lillard. The 11-footer, and it's good for 2. Lillard's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Booker against Lillard. Buzelis with the ball. Outside Terry. Rebound by Johnson.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And it's Smith missing. The Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Booker. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now Buzelis, and stolen by Jang. High post Johnson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Damian Lillard. Chicago has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Beal. Pass to Buzelis. Smith sets the pick for Buzelis. Back to Booker. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Booker's got 21 in the game.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Bucks trail by 7. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Fans, turn your attention to the clock for your Chicago.
The Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Terry. And Levine subbed in for Beal. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Smith. Chris Middleton comes in for Jang. And it's Sexton in for Johnson. Middleton dishes to Lillard. Sexton on the wing. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Pass to Levine. Here's Vucevic. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
For 3, Booker. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Pistons.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Outside, Sexton. Jackson in the corner. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Here's Booker. And he converts the layup. Booker's got 26.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Sexton. Had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. The offensive rebound. Williams against Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Rebound by Williams. Chicago leading by 9. Booker with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's Williams with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Outside, Sexton. Lillard surveying the D. Really left alone that time. Lillard's got 30 points.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Booker outside. Floats one up. Back to Vucevic. Outside Williams. And Booker kicks to Butler. Lets it go from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Sexton. Takes it off the glass. Sexton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, look, if you're guarding Sexton in pick-and-roll action, you have to stop the ball first.
Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But, damn, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Middleton with a screen for Sexton. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
The kick outside to Butler. Williams, a screen on Jackson. Butler passes to Booker. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Sexton. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. On the wing, Giannis. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Lillard's got 33 points.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah, it's been a smooth start to the season for them. Look, we all know there are going to be bumps in the road as the other teams adjust. And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Bucks.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense. Paging the defense, paging the defense.
That was pretty good, Shaq. You might have a future in retail.
Shaq, to register 4, please.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Chicago leading by 6. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Cohen Sexton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Nance in at the 5. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Nance passes to Sexton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lillard from outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Here's Booker. 2 points. That one goes. Booker's got 30 points.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Bucks trail by 5. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Sexton the pass to Middleton. Pass to Lillard from the arc. Booker pulls it in. Chicago's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Count it. And now a 7-point Bulls lead. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Middleton finds Lillard and stolen by Booker. For 3, Levine, good. A nice assist from Booker. Levine's got 8 points.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Dishes to Sexton. Pass to Lillard. Looking to end the run. Chicago grabs the miss. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Shots good by Booker.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Now here's Giannis. Lillard outside. Back to Giannis. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Bucks trail by 12. Nance outside. Lillard against Williams. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Antetokounmpo.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable.
Now Booker, 32 points in the game. And the layup falls. Booker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Outside, Sexton. Lillard with a screen for Sexton. Back to Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
And so he makes both from the line.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And Booker kicks to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Mans with the rebound. Bucks trail by 10. Outside, Sexton. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Shot on the wing. No good from Booker. Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Nance a screen on Butler. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, Antetokounmpo! Explosive on the drive.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Here's Booker. Good. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
And Milwaukee has possession. Antetokounmpo kicks to Nance. Lillard against Booker. Left side, Sexton. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Vucevic setting the pick for Williams. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 11 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
LaVine gets the bucket.
Yeah, the mid-range shot is not a lost art for LaVine. He's a very skilled guy in that area.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. 15-point game. To stop the run. Misses off the right iron.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
LaVine can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
The Bulls leading by 13. Vucevic is screen on Lillard. Booker pass to Vucevic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hard to stop a powerful guy like Vucevic cold. He gets through the foul and gets it to go.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Here's Booker. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Lillard finds Middleton. There's the lob. There's Giannis taking flight.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Chicago leading by 12. Bounce pass, Smith. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Vucevic has got 7 points for the quarter. The Bucks have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Johnson kicks to Nance. Pass to Middleton. Fires for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Booker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
Bucks trail by 17. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Booker against Lillard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And there's Booker on the assist by Smith. Booker's got 41.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
And Lillard kicks to Middleton. Pass to Johnson. Middleton outside. And Giannis gets it to go. Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Booker the pass to Levine. Lillard against Booker. Smith sets the pick for Booker. Clock at 6. Butler dishes to Booker. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis outside. Pass to Lillard. Now Johnson. Nance sets a screen for Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 17. Here's Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Nance a screen on Smith. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Giannis with it. Now Smith defending. And Lillard gets it to go.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Chicago making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Vucevic. Terry comes in for Levine. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Booker. The Bucks also changing it up. Smith checked in for Nance. Zhang comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Jackson in for Chris Middleton. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Beal shoots over Lillard. The second chance effort, Butler. And the rejection by Jackson.
It is great to have a player like Butler who forces defenders into such tough positions.
The Bulls have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Jimmy Butler.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, you got to appreciate how Butler inspires his teammates. He gives them someone to rally around on the floor.
That one misses. Bucks trail by 17. Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Bucks have looked good at the line, and they're perfect in 4 attempts.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And so Jackson nails both of them.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Screen by Smith. Beal from long range. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Sexton up top, covered by Smith. Sexton kicks to Zhang. Jackson looking around. Here's Lillard. And the shot falls short this time. And so it's Terry bringing it up for Chicago. The lead is 15. Pass to Beal. Butler with the ball. 7 points in the game. Smith with a screen on Jackson. Here's Butler. Fires to the hoop. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 9.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Bradley Beal is out there with Booker. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's Terry. And it's Smith in at the center position.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Sexton against Booker. A sweet crossover, too.
Very clever ball handling from Sexton, getting himself some room to work with.
The Bulls leading by 17. And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 18 points now here in the second half.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Pass to Middleton. Jang with the ball. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 5 assists tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Beal's shot is good.
Terrific response by Beal. This demonstrates what a competitor he is.
Pass to Middleton. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different. But they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
And here's Booker. Here's the lob to the hoop, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Middleton. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Buzelis. And Beal kicks to Terry. Sexton against Booker. Over Sexton. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Here's Jang. Pass to Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. And he's good on the second. The Bulls leading by 22. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Booker, no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And the shot is good from Johnson.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Booker against Sexton. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Tuesday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at the Boston matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The Bucks making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Pass to Jackson. Over Booker. And there's Jackson on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so Booker will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Buzella sets a screen for Booker. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Bucks trail by 20. And Middleton kicks to Zhang. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard comes in for Jackson. Middleton, no good on the free throw.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And the Bucks with possession here. Lillard outside. Middleton outside. From outside the arc. Rebound by Smith.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And here's Booker from the arc. And good! He hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Outside, Sexton. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Right wing. Here's Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 49 points in the game.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Bulls. Jimmy Butler comes in for Bruce Ellis. The Bucks also changing it up. Jackson comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Johnson in for Colin Sexton. The Bulls leading by 21. Levine passes to Vucevic. Lobs it up for Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And that's how you finish off the alley-oop. Levine just explodes off the floor to hammer it down.
Here's Lillard. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports.